to grounded stream. I figured I might as well continue it. Let's see if we can continue with the oak tree segment. Last time I ended up getting pwned by a little stink bug, and I took some snapshots, died 3 or 4 times, something like that. And now we are onto the tree. Big old tree off into the distance. Might as well put some volume on since I probably won't be doing as much talking.
Chewy.
I still haven't figured out how to not be poisoned by the food. I'm sure that is just right around the corner on all those sort of things. Craft. I should make an effort to get a bunch of sap for the bandages before I head out. I'm sure it's probably fine, but seeing as a stink bug takes 4 to 5 spears. Actually, no, it was more than that. It was like 8 almost. I want to say the ants. I can't tell if I actually even picked up any plant fiber from doing some of that recent.
Someone get that poor needed tissue.
I noticed the background, and obviously my biggest comparison so far game-wise would be Subnautica, really. I haven't played Subnautica in years. And obviously the most recent Obsidian game relative to this one's release, which was Outer Worlds. You can actually feel the Outer Worlds DNA in the first-person controller and everything. So it's still 8 o'clock. I should still be able to find some dew. Well, Alright, that's interesting. More. Yeah, there's the tree. I was hoping to probably get some
Giving that job work.
Recipes.
Out.
Neat. Yeah, you really do take, honestly, a lot of damage from the toxic nature.
Meals on wheels.
Well, there's a spider there. Probably a little outside of my attack range currently. I bet the spiders probably do a ton. Probably a little tank, probably won't be fully armored. Or maybe it's just like the stink bug was. You just chunk enough at it and eventually dies. I was hoping to find a little more sap, but I perhaps might be in the wrong area for sap acquisition. I noticed anytime there was sap.
Whoa! It's a giant!
Maybe they'll just ignore me. I'm hoping because of the armor, they won't be too interested in me. Alright, that's a floating pink thing. That must be something decent around here.
Science!
I'm feeling more sciencey already.
I still kind of find it cringe when the terms of just raw science are displayed. And when you just leave it out there and throw it out there, you must deteriorate the value of the concept and nature of it. Call me a buzzkill on that. Though it's a good amount of bandages, I still might try to sleep this section off before I proceed into the next little story bits. I need to do something real quick. Oh, that's neat. Alright. I was thinking if you bother the web there, a spider would roll out of thin air and come get you. Let's see. quartzite shards can be crafted into whetstones, which can upgrade tools for smithing stations. Should probably get a gas mask before I do something like that.
Dynamite.
You hardly get much healing out of that bandage anyways. I would have had to burn all those just to eat one or two eagles. Of course, head crab attacks. You'll never be able to react to them fast enough. Looks like the bandage helps heal over time at least. I should probably just start building and accumulating a large stock of the bandages. Not sure how in the inventory capacity much they stack, but
Ew, that net looks gnarly.
I'm guessing that area is supposed to be toxic. Real mechanics introduction for the spider over there. I wonder if even in the toxic space the spider's worth trying to rush for real quick. I won't know. Actually, it wasn't. It was a bombardier part, not a spider part. I'm guessing that's what that is, a bombardier. Although, I don't know how intense those are as a combatant. We'll rush it again. I won't know if that's going to be worth it for a while. Still don't have the darn arrows. I do got spears though, so I'll run with those. Looks like it's still toxic up in this area. Yeah, I get little spore creature vibes when they're making noises. Plant fiber, huh? Oh, there's the thing. Kind of curious what this sap is. Paint? Guessing this is supposed to be a paint can that spilled over. Capped on capacity again. Don't really need this many pebbles. I'm sure at some point there's gonna need a ton. Wait, hold on. Kind of curious now. Storage basket. I imagine they probably have a pretty sophisticated save system that all that just kind of hangs out. Of course.
Hey there, buddy.
Looks like having some kind of ant around.
Food.
Sprig City over here. Rotten larva blade. This little detour has turned out to be a better adventure than mites. The mites come out of the darn woodwork, and there's just so darn many of them.
Meals on wheels.
Inventory. What is giving me headache? I consume 3 of those. Yeah, definitely worth
Whoa.
having.
A yoked girth action figure.
That's actually a good point. I should go ahead and slime mold. Scott. Alright, trail marker. I should include at least this little sprig area on the trail map markers. One of the things I always have a headache with when dealing with the little construction pieces, I always end up losing track of things and not want to put down the little markers when you really should. Because there was a good bit over here, and you can clearly see like the toxic zone. I'm not particularly sure what that is. I like maybe it's a little more uphill or something. What do I need to build those? Plant fibers, sprig, and clover. So I only build one more until I need a clover. Let's see, they take the methodology of never holstering a utility.
Dynamite.
Oh, talk about clover. No. Ah. Come on, let me up there. Alright. Anything decent? No? Just the head of an action figure.
It's a little baby spider. Kind of cute in a creepy sort of way. Yeah. Scary baby.
What in the world? And he gets more of the science researched. Not much of a reason to keep that waiting. That's not considered like an area of interest.
I'm not picky. Flash. Someone get that poor dude a tissue.
Bung stash. See what this gets us.
Science!
You just can make it again. And web? What can give that? Rope, perhaps? Silk rope. Well, spinning wheel, basketball hoop, Insect axe, alright, upgrade. Let's see if we can't get ourselves some upgrades. So we can make a new larva blade. Oh, look, bombardier parts, ladybug head, and silk rope. Many things I do not currently have. Still can't make a gas mask till I get some gnat fuzz. I almost had some acid gland at some point, but I used it on something else. Huh, it said in nearby storage. I don't know what it means by one in nearby storage. You click on it, doesn't really do you much good. Oh, I can finally get a roasting spit.
Meals on wheels.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, hold on. Web fiber, juice drop, old and sticky, but moderately restores your thirst. I do get a bit of a, you'll be going out of your way quite often to do many things with the grinding, getting a little vibe in that space. Insect app is going to be the main one I'm going to want to try to do. So get a ladybug head and silk rope, which means getting a spinner. And to get a spinner, I need clay. And to get clay, I need a shovel. And to get a shovel, gonna have to get an acorn shell and some rope apparently. You know what? I'm gonna put like 2 things in there. 2 of those stacks in. Gonna put some of those rocks. And the slime mold. Just with how much... Should look at actually building another... technology. Please. Oh, there's a thing down there.
Science!
You never told me science could be this exciting.
Well,
Just like a fruit pounder.
oh, so you can just eat whatever. So if you accidentally keep pushing the button for something that's not a torch, that's lovely. That's just all kinds of neat. Interesting how the visuals change wonder if this gets you more comprehensive.
Science!
Nope. It's just to do it to do it. I am seeing the game loop a little more thoroughly now. So we are seeing that there is this go out and collect things, and you're rewarded for collecting things, and you're rewarded for collecting a lot of things and putting those things together. So those multiple overlapping systems of contiguously rewarding over and over and over again, so you get reinforced with basically seeing the same stuff back to back to back.
Where are you off to, Ant?
Now I'm kind of curious about that particular line. Why did he just say, where are you off to? Is there an idea that you can follow the ant back to somewhere of valuable resources? I mean, clearly this is the nest. I'm also curious if there's a quick save. Do you measure me up? Oh, nope. The worker ants don't care, but the big guard ants, oh yeah. Hey, that is not happy that I have come here. What the heck is that chunk? That's neat. Well, maybe do a little more damage than I cared. I sent one flying. Well, how the heck did it get over there?
Angry ant over there.
It's clearing up the whole shelf right now. Thing just goes right through the darn wall. Well, now that I've, oh my lord. now that I've devastated an entire ant colony, let's reap the rewards, I'm guessing. Yeah. I would like my...
Take that, vampires!
And if we're gonna continue on this assault,
Meals on wheels.
I must have acquired quite the number of ant parts from that. I would like to get my stuff back. Oh my goodness. I'm guessing the ant colony just keeps producing more and more out of it. Definitely throwing spears, in my opinion, appear to be the best.
Hey there, buddy.
Yep, this is a new game to me. Huh, I wonder what the deal is with
Science!
Oh boy. Workers' comp. The power of an ant in the palm of your hand. Drink this makes you feel like a haul more. You can haul more. I'm kind of curious if I can get some kind of... Yes. That's what I've been needing. Oh wait, did I already have that? Shoot. I think I just made something I already had. Nope, I had those. I suppose I can hold on to extra stuff. It would be worth acquiring a larva spike to keep my little knife here going, and a little more expensive to build it new. And those only require petals? What does that require to repair? Clover? Might as well keep that repaired as backup. Oh, I see.
All geared up.
How did I make the slime mold? Alright. Slime mold torch was a little more interesting. I do like how it swaps, you know, between your torch types when you rotate them like that. The one time I put away some stuff and I could have ended up using it. You know, even with all that, why actions? Oh, good, so it. How do you make baskets? More plant fiber. Of course. I have found that I need more plant fiber. I wonder if I have enough ant on me that I could hide amongst them now, instead of having to go over there and be in terminal combat just for getting nearby and breathing air on them. Let's see. I'm surprised the game lets you continue playing in the night and day cycle and not like have a tired feature. And when I mean by tired feature, I do kind of think when I see the hunger thirst system, I'm also thinking
Ladybug coming through.
hold on here. So even with full health, that was still too much. That was still too much damage from full health. I wasn't able to survive full health encountering. I wasn't able to survive full health encountering with a ladybug. They were able to do that much damage with pretty decent armor at this point. That's quite intense of a loss just for an enemy that I should be able to deal with at my guy's level of play. And of course that's the inventory on me. As far as they even give you your weapons back and your armor. But I have no clue where that was, relatively speaking, and now I got a spider.
I've been poisoned.
That's neat. Well, I don't particularly know where that ladybug was in a fight like that.
Tastes good.
But now I've had to deal with that spider. Because I would have... Okay, now it's showing up on the map. And I did want to get that ladybug aced, but I guess its charge attack is too choreographed for my non-choreographed mindset. Eh. Which is interesting how I made a loop back like that. I guess like when I encountered
Meals on wheels.
the ant spot.
Everything better still be here, you stupid ants.
Well, I was hoping that ladybug would have hung around a little bit. Yeah, it's apparently some good resources on him. Like, apparently I got some good resources on him. If I try to force the Zoidberg, I can't help it. Alright, so it's daytime again, so no sleeping for my guys tonight. All I really wanted to do was, That's unfortunate. Well, let's see what this guy gets us.
Science.
Spider hood, spider knee pads, spider shoulder blades.
Shoo, fly.
Wait, where'd the body go? Oh, there it is. Alright, getting some gnat fuzz.
Just let go.
Spider helmet. The Red Ant Club. Of course, there's a... So, they actually have it set to where it can pull from nearby pieces. So definitely seems like the regular torch. Oh my lord. The constant need for building. So I'm guessing that is the main indicator nearby storage. It actually allows you to expand. It seems like a real nice quality of life feature that just wouldn't have imagined necessarily in a game like this. Cool 39. Neutral angry. Only thing I've actually beaten so far. I keep forgetting that there's a whole peep system.
Let's see what's around here.
Shovel? What is... Oh, that's the icon I gave it. That is true. I do have acid glands now. You know, I've noticed here a real piece I really don't like. The system that's in front of me really doesn't... when you have a crafting system, I would much rather there be like armor that stacks and that has benefits, but then it slows you down, or scaling armor. But the whole, like, I need multiple pieces of armor to do all of this extra bit here. I need multiple pieces of armor to, like, have, like, one advantage in one type of conflict. Just, there's a burdensome feeling to it. I don't particularly care for that feeling either. Looks like in my more recent conflict, I lost my hammer. I suppose I should try to build a new one. You know, alright, so I have a dilemma with the approach of when you craft something, it's represented to the player in multiple facing patterns here. I had to not only worry about the crafting part, but I have to worry about, will it be put into my inventory, and it's done in these multiple phases in rapid succession. I gotta really get used to guarding. Anytime I get like a brute force beat up enemy kind of feature, I'm much more willing to move on without properly acknowledging. You know what? Forget it. I'm kind of losing that train of thought anyways. Alright, I need to get moving into the story piece, but when I'm picking things up, it really gives me the vibes from Fallout 4. One of the things I did like about Fallout 4 was the fact that if you end up in a position where you want to hunt down a very select few items, you could.
Nice snooter,
by
dude.
just like a little like sorting system. Here, in any kind of game that has like a crafting, hunt down, find things mechanic, ends up being a necessity almost to do. identification of items. They seem to, as far as I can tell here,
That was refreshing.
at least a decent job of like identifying, making things properly colored behind other things. I am finding it kind of tedious to have a lot of health items up, and I haven't figured out how to build the so a spinning wheel. I haven't figured out how to build what am I talking about? Yeah. Not the spit roast, but the over here requires a smoothing station. But how do I make one of those? Do I have a button that tells me how to make one of those? And could use a little bit more craft, so I'm not seeing anything for smithing station either. This is bizarre. Interesting choice of sound effects.
Dynamite.
At least auto-saving is a feature.
Keep that pointy death spear away from me.
I wonder what the conflict of the bees is like. Seeing as it now flies. Oh dear. Really? What in the world? Fungal growth, but I was looking for a little more larva-like action. Particularly of the head repairing my weapon deal. I'm not sure if I should acquire. Maybe 2 more spears wouldn't hurt. Particularly since I do use them for throwing quite often. I do find it interesting you can't repair your torches. Kind of looks like a pet paw of some kind. Larva blade, yeah. It's so much more expensive to build one rather than... But darn, not getting a hold of that ladybug. Really, a bit of damper on that stuff. You know, I kind of feel like if they're already going to show the backpack with multiple components in it that are useful, it should probably just go ahead and go the next step and unify the actual backpacks. I'm not sure what nearby hot deposit really means. Does that mean it automatically will... I'm guessing that's what it must indicate, that it could put it into multiple... So I've got to see hot deposit on, then rope deposit. I suppose if I'm going to go to the tree, I might as well make far more med packs here, or what could be considered med packs. And I'll just take the one stack. Interesting. After burning through so many of those pebbles from forever ago. Now I kind of want those pebbles back that I tossed out.
Nice snooter, dude.
It's interesting how the ants, that ant at least ignored me. It didn't even like question me. So I'm kind of curious now. Will the main ant nest near me also just straight up ignore me? Because this ant's not even giving me attention. In fact, it's giving me so much not attention that I didn't know what to do with itself. I'm guessing this is part of the ant stack, or the pebble pile that I had from earlier. My previous pebble pile, where I piled on many pileless things.
There's some of those little spiders over here.
Nothing like that precision. Kind of curious.
I'm trapped in a web! Gross! What is that? Looks like a shriveled up baby's head.
That's a
Or
larva piece.
Maybe Mr. Dickerson. Gonna have a look. Spotted you.
Dang, that did quite a bit of damage. I suppose I wasn't properly healed from earlier anyway. I didn't get those spiders checked, and that's kind of coming to bite me a little bit here. I'm guessing you probably could go in the water, but probably a better opportunity later.
Don't think my go-to spider elimination strategy is gonna be much use on that.
Yeah, I don't want to face up against spiders just yet. Ooh, I don't really want to die at this point. No, I've already got some good stuff. You know, it says larva, but of what kind? Huh. I guess my... Oh, another there. They were just hiding. Repair. Yes. I suppose here's a good spot to put down a marker. And okay, I guess that's the best one. We'll do just fine.
Where are you off to, Ant? Having a little peep.
Hmm. Could I say make some spears if I wanted? Nope, I could not. Hmm. What about if I did that? You can also need sprig. I haven't figured out how many spears it requires for taking down one old wolf spider. Really? Holy smokes, that's a health bar.
I'm pretty sure I'm poisoned or ate something funny. I've been poisoned!
Yeah, I really expected to acquire quite a lot of resources if that is the
Rub time.
if that's like the regular result of that particular interaction. I would have to like glitch it out in a particular way. I probably wouldn't even get enough resources out of it to really make it worth fighting. That does end up being the usual case for these kind of situations. More than likely. If I had a guess, you're probably expected to have some more poison appliances. Spears that can knock it down to half health within 1 or 2 hits versus a quarter.
Dynamite.
Well, it was basically asked for in the attack, unlike that ladybug situation, which was a little less affectionate.
At least I didn't lose all my stuff.
Alright, so I want to know what this beeping's all about. I discovered a field station. Oh, a field station. There's one right here. Of course, head crab mechanics. Let's see if we can't get somewhere with this.
Science!
Liquid rage. You probably need those buffs to actually go after things like the spiders and such.
All right, Shadows. What you got now?
I will mark that. Looks like this is a pretty decent area to get a bunch of sap. Oh my lord. Would prefer that you could the select and hold and pick up a bunch in a group at a time. Something about survival games refuse to enable that kind of feature. It's just like a passerby feature for your most shooter games.
Dude.
But it's kind of annoying because there's almost no reason it can't be in most other games.
Yeah! It's no lemon crime, but it's better than nothing.
Lemon crime, or is it supposed to be Clementine? Suppose I should return, then attempt repair, then sleep, and then make on to the next area. Yeah, spider thing, huh? Looks like I can make one of these. I probably should at least carry one on me if I had a way to make it. Tedious. So while you're near storage, actually acquire it. They could possibly, in my opinion, use a little more of an indicator that you actually are near your storage, like maybe a little circle on the ground, something like that. Call it picky. sure why this ant started attacking me. I do find it odd that an offline game will still not leave the menu pause for the non-environment elements. I'm sure they had their reason for it. Still no reason to have the bow on me if you can't actually make craft. And then let's actually do the story stuff for about 30 or 40. I think the biggest bit for me was getting some kind of armor. Oh yeah, if you sleep, you gain your health back, but you lose hunger. Consume.
Damn, give me a plate of this.
I do like how the food actually lasts a reasonable amount of time. Because where something like Don't Starve ends up making the food really punishing if you don't almost eat it right away. And you don't get things like the acquisition of... Oh, here we go. You don't get things like the bridge material to way into the game.
Hey there, buddy.
Here we go.
That was refreshing.
So I'm guessing like the juice box thing is meant to be like a recurring mechanic that you can acquire over and over again. And spider over there.
Gonna have a look around.
Looks like it must be near an ant hill.
Got a new one. It goes without saying, but that is a big spider.
Yeah, you're telling me. Neat. Well, looks like with my ant armor, at least the workers won't go after me. It would be satisfying to get one of those weavers dead. Oh, looks like we have a field station. Acorn, huh? Alright. Let's get a shovel going. Suppose you can eat acorn bits, but We did just get this field station. Let's might as well go ahead and put that in the research pile.
Science!
Pebble dagger. Gill tube. I guess we get some kind of underwater featuring now. Acorn chest plates. Acorn face mask. Acorn leg plates. Kind of curious what the acorn material does for me. Smoothing syrup. Garden patch. Acorn fence. Aha. Well, we can now get sap catcher and smoothie station. And this apparently is for shovels, apparently. Sturdy shield. That's something I didn't have before. Maybe I can craft while I'm out here. Can I craft a face mask? Gill tube. Ooh, chest plate seems to be where it's at. Whenever I can figure out those gill things. Shovel. It doesn't hurt to go ahead and just build a shovel since I might be out and about. Lily pad wax. But now I can build acorn fence. A smoothing station. Big old smoothie station. Which needs grub sludge. That's great. Water container. Getting further along on that space. And garden patch. Various things, huh? Sap catcher, grinder. Finally getting around to be able to do the next round of stuff. They really did expect you to just like jump right into the story stuff and have all that right on hand. This is quite the comprehensive map. Seeing as the main play area that I have discovered. There's the water there. Water here. Looks like there's a pathway there and probably a way to get up. We probably need to be going across whatever this pitchfork is or whatever to actually get up the upper area. I'm surprised they don't have some kind of travel system. They have a respawn point. I should try to make a... Can I make a bed out here? Yeah, I could. If I had some clovers around. There might be some near the water. Oh, well, looks like there's some right here.
Meals on wheels.
In a moment, I'll go ahead and put the respawn point over here. I'm not sure if I'm going to like too much of the hyper grindy nature.
Tastes good.
Alright.
Science.
If only chemistry class was this easy. Having a little peek.
50-cent hot dogs. What year is this? Regular? Premium? Diesel? Dang. That's some cheap stuff. Ah, looks like a little pond scoop. Help you get up to the top. I bet there's probably a spider in that pathway. Pretty cool.
Funky chunk mother.
Oh, wait, smokes. I guess I look enough like an ant. That attacking me isn't probably worth it.
Poison!
Oh, shoot. Well, at least I can go after the small ones.
Science.
I see you.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my lord. Medium-sized one and a big one rolled up out of nowhere. Alright, why in the world is the ant not going to ladybug? Why are the spiders and ants fighting each other? I find that really obnoxious. So ladybug is a tier 2 enemy. It probably explains why it pwned me the first time I ran into it. I can see where I'm trying to go. And apparently it's so good that devs. A weaver and a wolf spider should be going after each other. They have all this early tier armor. Can barely even survive a hit against a spider.
More little spiders.
And honestly, they're a spider. It should have no problem getting up here. Although, it seems based on at least
Let's
what
see
that
what's
action
around
that guy's
here.
doing. A little more trapped by the nav mesh than anything. Ladybug noises are kind of funny. Man, that one ladybug I was so close to getting.
Yeah!
Alright, they should be going after each other. They should literally be in a conflict. care that I did that. See, this is where it's like, oh, you're wearing all ant armor. Nearby ants will come to your aid. I mean, come on here. Really? Jeez. What in the hell? What is that? Alright. Getting a win in tonight. Huh. Where'd my other spear go? Yeah. Then that's when you come to find out there's like super spiders. And they're like, oh, we're like 10 times bigger than the regular spiders. Alright, we're gonna kill you now. And you're dead. Oh no, you had to respawn. Coming pretty packed up on inventory space. I really do. I'll probably grind out another little bit of the game. Where's my nearest field station? Over here? I bet I technically do have the weapon here at this little ant thing to go after the spiders. I just don't have the armor to survive their attacks at this point.
Science!
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Unfortunately, I don't have a workbench right now. Guards, repair glue. So I gotta figure out how to get regular occurring leather. Wow, now that's some defense. That's some surviving spider defense. I actually suppose in the inventory I should have my little knife here. And my... what was I looking at? Torches. Should have the torches. Really? I should never need food while I'm particularly out in the field. And where's that torch again?
It lets a terror spot it.
And spiders are supposed to be ambush hunters anyways. They're not really meant to do the kind of damage that they were doing. What is my inventory filled with? Really minor stuff that I would use. Spider chunk. likely get over here at some point today. Oh my lord, it has a way of getting up here. I need to get to a shoot angle, but I also need to get to an assault angle. Oh, wait, it actually like... Okay, this fades in and out with some dithering. Neat.
What? Gonna have a look around, marking the location.
Oak Lab. Is that some Pokemon reference or something? Always an unauthorized lair within a deep lab.
System reboot in progress. Thanks for the helping hand. I am Burgle, acting science manager for this project. I am also a robot. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain. I suspect you were miniaturized by Dr. Tully's spacer device. Why are you here in the yard? I do not know. In fact, I cannot seem to recall much of anything. A recent power surge has caused a massive raw science containment explosion. This lab, as you can see, is a disaster. And what's worse, the explosion has disrupted my computing power. My memory banks are corrupted. Sorry to pile on the bad news, my new friend. How can I be of service? It seems you and I are both a little discombobulated. Given my best calculations, your biomass has been subject to covalent spacing reduction via interatomic energy extraction.
You know, they already have the voice lines for your characters. They want to go that extra little step and put them in.
In other words, you have been shrunk. It is likely this was achieved using Dr. Wendell Tully's spacer platform, patent pending. Shrinking can be a traumatic experience for tiny human brains, and memory loss is a known side effect. Hopefully your memory will return in time. You are here, in the Oak Lab, built and used by Dr. Wendell Tully to experiment on all things small. This is the base of operations for conducting experiments in his yard. Dr. Tully is a brilliant scientist and inventor. He is also my creator. My initial protocol was to serve as the short order cook of the future. However, I have been recently promoted to acting science manager to assist with his experiments. No doubt my previous work experience has been invaluable to Dr. Tully. Although, now that I am processing it, I have not seen him for several weeks. And now I cannot recall where he went. It must be my corrupted memory bank. To return to your prior size, you would need to successfully activate Dr. Tully's spacer platform. Unfortunately, my readings indicate it is inoperable. It appears to have suffered several malfunctions from the explosion. I am sorry, but it appears you may be stranded here for some time until... Haha! That is a great idea! Let me run a full diagnostic scan on it and see what we need to do to get it fixed up. Processing! Memory fault. Code 408B3000. Ominent OS script runtime error. ARG. I am sorry again. It appears I have sustained more damage to my memory chips than expected. Without those memories, I do not know how to repair the spacer. Dr. Tully used 2 types of chips to back up my memory. Auxiliary chips are small capacity chips used to store project data. If you find these, I should be able to help you learn new survival recipes. Super chips are special, and they are gold. They back up full directories of my memory system. If we are going to fix the spacer, that data is bound to be on a super chip. I suggest exploring the other labs in the backyard. Return with any... Dr. Tully has built many more labs throughout the yard. Each lab is used for various experimental procedures. I can upload their processing. Error. Cheese and fries. The lab locations are missing from my memory banks too. But we are in luck. I was able to retrieve the location of one of the facilities. The Hedge Lab. The Hedge Lab is the observation center of the yard and used for research on arachnid webbing. You will find the hedge near the house if you head southeast. The lab is located deep inside the hedge. Sending the coordinates to your Scabby. Try to find the hedge lab first, but there is nothing stopping you from searching the yard for the other labs. Except, of course, thousands of angry, hungry insects. That reminds me. Dr. Tully locks the important labs with biometric scanners. You will need access for any chance of success. Head over to the ASL terminal and place your hand on the biometric scanner near it. Give it a moment to sync your signature into the mainframe. Once you are registered, you will be granted access to the ASL network of computers too. ASL grants access to daily work items, nay, tasks, nay, quests, yes, quests. I will reward you raw science for each completed quest. In my science shop, you can trade raw science back for survival recipes from experiments that Wendell conducted when he was first exploring the yard. Log on to the ASL terminal over there and see what is available. Unless you have any other questions, you really should get started finding those chips. And try not to die out there. Have an exponentially great day!
Exponential on the greatness?
Science!
Science? Damn.
Okay, that's a whole underground network.
Angry ant over there. Having a little... Spotted you.
This must be part of the ant mound from earlier.
Science!
Oh, can't really go down the water. I guess I never built any more of those slime mold torches. Or if I did, I ran out of them. I probably don't want to do something like that. So like it's something a little more friendly to my situation. Yeah, neat. How do we get out of here?
I'm not picky.
I would have sworn earlier I was rotating in between those options.
Verbal transcription unit 87.9.5. Order number 1.
Robot, I need you to monitor these power fluctuations and inform me if they exceed acceptable limits.
Hello, my name is Burgle, and I will be serving you today. I specialize in cooking, flipping, and grilling.
Grilling? A feature useful only to your obsolete burger-flipping brethren now consigned to the scrap heap? I need you to monitor these readings, Burgle. And isn't it redundant to specialize in cooking and grilling?
Understood. Appending monitor power fluctuations to my prime directive list. Deprioritizing grilling.
Good. Now get on with it.
Reprioritizing grilling.
The primary task was to reprioritize grilling.
Always happy to see a repeat. How can I help you today? Goodbye.
Science.
What a hand. Although, proportionally speaking, it seems like he has an adult-sized hand for kid-sized action.
Always happy to see. How can I ask? Go do you hot dog unfeed hot dog unfeed?
Interesting.
Science.
Science, you are off the hook.
This morning, I installed the borrowed lab modules. Another one of my forgotten inventions from the early days. I had such grand notions back then. The Kinder Science Mini Quick Little Chemist Lab educational toy for children. But no, Wendell, we can't possibly put hydrochloric acid into the hands of children. The lawyers will never agree. It's a good thing I never told them about the Bunsen burners. Odd that Ominent has been using my toy pieces in this way. I digress. The lab network is now up and running in the backyard. I'm planning to dedicate each one of them to a different function. Main power will run through here. The Oak Lab is the center of operations for the backyard. The second lab is nestled into the hedge. Such wonderful views from up there. Side note, I'm worried that Ominent's shoddy manufacturing of the lab pieces will cause them to fall apart over time, but they will do for now.
Yeah, here we go. Meat shield. Decipher secret meat knowledge from the chip and gives you the old razzle-dazzle with his clamp and spatula combo. The tenderizing works you out on a molecular level and unlocks a new mutation that increases max health.
I do it your way when you can't do it the Roby's way. Put your cares away and have an exponentially great day. Look what Dr. Ticatelli do.
Oh. Okay, well, spent a lot on that. I don't need that. That one may have been a little more helpful. Grubby kill, fly swatter, gnat kills, sword and board.
Verbal transcription unit 87.9.5. Order number 1.
Robot, I need you to monitor these power fluctuations and inform me if they exceed acceptable limits.
Hello, my name is Burgle, and I will be serving you today. I specialize in cooking, flipping, and grilling.
Grilling? A feature useful only to your obsolete burger-flipping brethren now consigned to the scrap heap? I need you to monitor these readings, Burgle. And isn't it redundant to specialize in cooking and grilling?
Understood. Appending monitor power fluctuations to my prime directive list.
Looks like you're gonna separate things right
Deprioritizing
away.
grilling.
Good. Now get on with it.
Reprioritizing grilling.
Well, I don't know what the meat shield feature was that I... Smithing station, sap, brutal plate, brutal whetstone. That's neat. And those are all workbenches, so they're not entirely out of range. Cookery, combine ingredients in various meals. When you do those on the cookery, looks like. Ah, here we go. Meat shield mutation. Ah, that's a significant increase.
One success after another! I have returned Burgle to his original size! It appears that my new raw science containment field is working at 99% effectiveness.
98.5%.
Right, Burgle, right. However, as Burgle indicates, there is some minor, insignificant raw science leakage. A note for another time.
Noted.
But I see no reason to put off a human trial. I believe there should be no issues. But audentes fortuna juvat. I am ready to prove my creation's full potential. End recording. Burgle, I'd like to record some messages for my family in case things do not go as planned.
Let's see what's around here.
Well, I suppose I can exit now. And before we go too far, let's get a storage chest, huh? Get a trail marker down, if I had any sprig. Huh. Yeah. Where's the darn sprig? I'm not seeing it around here. Is this literally some tooth? I know it has a lab there, but entrance oftentimes does need to be separated. Super tech chip. Objective. Locate the hedge. Accent. Yeah, definitely if you get more Subnautica vibes than I do Satisfactory vibes, just due to that survival mechanic. See, right now I have a ton of things in my inventory. When you separate the game from the
Larva
crafting
here.
mechanics,
Time to harvest.
larva? Oh dear.
Food.
Yeah, when you separate the game's mechanics, the survival aspect, I can tell they were building those things together and fairly early on, just in general with the way it's all set up. Doesn't necessarily mean they fit together well, but it's definitely better than some games that try to put combat with survival material, where you could tell like that feature has been tacked on at some point in time. It doesn't feel tacked on in that crusty way that some games might have, that some games are. I don't particularly have too many examples with that in mind at the moment, but it could be. I guess one of the indicators of it being a good ladybug here. Not gonna be too worth taking on a ladybug at this point in time. A spider. Billy hog. How does someone just drop an entire uneaten hot dog out here? I am thinking that's a pushing 2.5 on this session, much longer than the last session. What's with this change of music? That's weird. Inventory is full. Huh, I don't think I've seen brittle marble up to this point. doing this. Anyway.
Hey there, buddy.
Oh, thanks, spiders over here.
Rub time. Stem. Meals on wheels.
I haven't got any of those foundation pieces yet. It's kind of annoying to just be building things loosey-goosey. Let's see, what do these do again? A platform on which weed stems can be neatly stacked. Platform which grass planks can be neatly stacked. So these, I'm guessing, are weeds. Yeah, husky weed. This way we can just have a storage of them at any given time for a project.
just like a fruit pounder. Yuck. Gross.
And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call it on that. I think it's quite enjoyable in the story. Nothing seems inherently out of place in a uncomfortable manner. And there is a bit of a headache with the complicated system that is honestly too many things to manage to build stuff. I think it teases way too early on what is a functional new buildable resource before you really can even get a hold of that resource, such as that claim. I'm sure if you're following the story objectives back to back to back, then it kind of pushes you to do it. There was a weird feeling though that you couldn't just jump in, get lost, and participate in the game's activities without having to participate in the game's guiding force. That separation of like the reward system versus the objective system. Those are two different sort of makeshift systems that don't necessarily talk with each other all too well. That is a common problem anytime with these survival games. I remember having that same feeling with like Subnautica and even a little bit with Satisfactory. Something about that design philosophy it's just weird. It's not bad, but you really get the feeling that if you were playing a new game as single player, you would never get to the point that you could actually avoid those play the game for the first time mechanics. Because even in Satisfactory, as I mentioned during those streams, you can't just start building to the next tier of stuff. And I know we've mentioned that in the co-op streams, that you can't just build the next level. You can't just acquire the next level. You have to really participate with the story's objectives, or I guess just the objectives given to you. In this case, there's actually a story behind things, unlike Satisfactory, and Subnautica is a little on the fence with a story. A little bit more story than Satisfactory, where there's nothing. But in Satisfactory's detriment, it didn't need to have all those little objective pieces. You could just keep building, and that was functionally the task. It was much more targeted and focused. Here, there's definitely like, you could just go out there, hack and slash, and never worry about a thing. You know, there's no daytime mechanic that's pushing you to do it. There's not anyone's missing you, or some kind of like, you gotta do this in like 5 days kind of thing. Clearly, by the in-game metrics, I'm at 6 days for in-game time, which, like, at that point, somebody is looking for you. But on that note, I'll be streaming Friday as always.